This is Eric with Gold Gulf Coast Design. I'm going to do a little mini review on the Bolt, the Thunderbolt. Just got it yesterday, got it hooked up, everything working. I want to talk about it a little bit, and it's just a mini review, and it's added to our Shop of Thunder lasers. That's coming up next. Okay, so this is where the Bolt is landed. It's landed right next to the Nova 35, and you can see on the other side of the shop, there's the fiber, Aurora. So here's what I've discovered with the Bolt. Everything is working, everything's functioning as it should. There are a few little snafus, and we're going to get these bugs worked out. It's not a big deal. I know we'll get to the bottom of it. We're going to go over all of them. So everything works as it should. Let's get to that. Z depth, XY, everything works. The rotary works. I put the rotary in it, and we're going to talk about all these individual things. So everything is fine. I can tell you that the beam on this machine is far superior to a CO2 laser. Far superior. And it has to do with the size of the beam. So the beam is very crisp, very clean, and it is very impressive. This is a very impressive little machine right here. So there are some idiosyncrasies getting used to the new touchscreen versus the older Rotary controller on the CO2 machines. Now, will I like this touch interface better? I honestly don't think I will, because I'm used to the touch interface here. I don't think I'm ever going to. I think you can go to the manual, to that, and you can use the touch screen. I don't think I'm ever going to use that. I like the tactile buttons. So anyway, moving forward with that. Overall, the machine, impressive, very impressive. Zippy fast, very, very, very fast. So impressive. And we're going to go over a few other things. But as of right now, I want to go over some of the stuff that I've noticed. And one of the things that I've noticed with the Rotobolt, if you see this little piece of metal right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it is actually at the same elevation as the inside of this cup. And this cup can walk as you're doing your work. And you hear that. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me take my mic off. But that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. I can see that. And I'm going to reach out to Rotoboss. They're probably aware of this already, or I'm doing something wrong. But I'm not complaining about it. This is just one of those little things that it is what it is, and we'll get to the bottom of it. So that is one issue that I have found with the Rotary. Now, this is a 1/4 inch clear-coated birch. This is cabinet-grade birch that we purchased. It's already clear-coated, and you can see how fine the detail is. And it even cuts the 1/4 inch. And I did this by design to, when you start cutting out all these little edges and all that, that's where you find a hard time getting your work out of the cut, or the cut out of the wood. It dropped right out. Acrylic, as advertised, absolutely stunning, beautiful, getting these parameters set. I even had time to play with the photo of my dog when it came in yesterday, and took a picture of her. She hangs out with me all day when we work, and snapped a picture of her while she was sitting there, and there it is. So that was my first version. It was a little light, and then my second version turned out pretty good. Now, I cannot emphasize enough, you've got to do your material testing. Material testing on every piece of material that you're going to use, whether it's wood, acrylic, glass, all that. So we're still working out the bugs as far as the glass. I have noticed the glass is super, super clean, super smooth. It's not as rough. So again, that tells me beam quality is superior. So you can see this was my first attempt, and you can see how dark it was. So don't let the settings on this machine fool you. They have been coming in pretty similar settings as far as engraving speeds and all that with the Nova 35100. So, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect on this yet or not. I'm not. I'm only a day into this. So that's what we have. So cutting 1/4 inch wood, yes. Engraving wood, yes. Acrylic, yes. Tumblers, I've engraved them. I'm still working on the settings on the tumblers. There's a little bit of stuff about leaving some residue there, so I'm still ironing the kinks out on that. Now, something that I have noticed. So if I go to send a file, and I'm going to show this to everybody. So if I go to send a file, and this is the other thing that is not working correctly. If I go to send this image, it sends it like it's real quick, and file transfer fail every time. I acknowledge it and I send it again, and then it goes and it works. So there's something going on between light burn and the machine, and I haven't figured that out yet. So everything's working though. I just had this little delay, and that's just moving that photo. That's why it's taking so long. But anyway, this is how we're set up in our shop. The Thunderbolt is gonna ride right here on that Husky bench. I believe that's a 62. The Nova 35 right dead in the middle. And the Aurora off to the side. And then behind me is all the prepping area and shipping and all that good stuff, which we don't need to. That's what we got. If anybody has seen this or a fix to this, let me know. Reach out to me. I do have an adjustment right here. I did notice. I can move it back and get it out of the way. So I don't know exactly what Rotoboss is wanting to do or how that is designed to work. So still haven't dug into that part. And then of course the sending the files. So other than that, this machine is very, very nice. I do like the crumb tray coming out. It's really, really cool. When you look in under the hood here and you notice the size of the stepper motors, they are small. But when you think about it, it's a small machine. And the head on this is so light, and that's why it can move so rapid. And I'm gonna do a video of the rapid movement of this thing, and we'll show you in action. All right, we're gonna run a flower. Have a start delay on it. So just a flower engraved onto the plywood. You can see it's zipping along. I'm running 350 millimeters a second. I'm not gassing it too hard. I have played with the speed, yes, and it is zippy fast. But speed doesn't necessarily get you quality. And I'll ramp it up as time goes on and get everything dialed in perfectly. So I'm kind of sticking to what I know right now, and I think that's a good play. Turn off the work light here. And I'll show you an image when it's done. Look at that thing, 1,000 millimeters a second. Got that crazy glare. That's pretty impressive.